I on? Okay, I'm on. So this time I decided to do a breakdown of the trailer for Disenchanted. A lot of people are doing this. So I decided to do my own little spin of it. So my version, like you're not gonna see me, you're gonna just hear my voice. So apologies for that. 'Cause I don't have the technology that some people do for the other videos to do. So this is my honest opinion of what I think is gonna happen in the movie and yeah, with that being said, let's dive into the trailer. So we'll be stopping and go. I will be stopping, like stopping the trailer, to give my say of what's gonna happen. And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna shut my mouth and enjoy the trailer. So here we go. Right, if you don't hear the audio well, I apologize. So anyway, let's go. If you hear like I see a blur. Okay, this is Amy Adams.
I know the change can be scary, but it can also be exciting.
So this is probably her. Now, sorry for the blurring. Sorry for the blur. This is probably the scene where Giselle is finally wanting to move to wherever she wants to go to. I think it's Monroeville. Yeah. That's what it is. Patrick Dempsey. Okay. This is probably the part where they decide to go to Monroeville, which is actually set in Inniskerry. I love the fact that you see the bridge this time, the Brooklyn Bridge, because in the original movie you didn't really see it, only the Manhattan Bridge. Yeah, it looks good. If you hear my brother in the background, I apologize. Also, check out the landscape of New York. It looks really class. So yeah.
Let's start our new life.
Okay, that's the. This is Robert Phillips' van, I believe, or yeah, van type car. It's definitely a Irish registration because you see it later on. But my question though is, why has he like how is he able to drive a car and didn't drive a car in the first one? I don't know, but let's move on. Okay, this is the Disney 100, which is the new logo that Disney has for the D23. So I think this is the logo you're going to see in the new one. Now again, if you hear my brother talking, I apologize for that. But yeah, it's cool, the new logo, so yeah. Okay, stop. So this is Monroeville. It says welcome to Monroeville, and if you can, I'm gonna zoom this up for you guys. So it says here, your fairy tale starts here. You've got a picture of Maya Rudolph with her son and her husband, I believe, because this is kind of like the place where everyone's lives is happy after. If you look here, now I'm sorry for the blurb, if you look here, that is definitely an Irish registration because this is where Patrick and Amy and Gabrielle Baldacchino go to Ireland since the movie is set a lot in Ireland. This time it's in New York. So yeah, I thought it was cool, but this is definitely a homage to WandaVision. So yeah,
Pretty soon this whole place will feel like home.
okay, it's Patrick Dempsey.
So
Okay, oh sorry.
part of the adventure. That's
Okay, stop here for a minute. Okay, so this is Gabriella Baldacchino, who is now taken over from what's her name, Rachel Covey from the first movie. This guy is probably the delivery dude. This is Amy Adams wearing her, which is obviously a wig. I know why she's wearing a wig in this one. Don't ask. Also, I'm gonna zoom in here. I mean, check out the designs of this dress. Like, it looks fab. Also, the baby. Can we talk how adorable the baby is? I know it's a boy or a girl. I'm saying it's a girl because it's like a pink carrier in the set design. You also see Patrick Dempsey as well, kind of looking to the left, I believe. I don't know why. But anyway, moving on.
not an adventure, that's a landfill. Land filled with adventure.
Okay, so sorry for the blur. As you can see this time, there's no manhole this time. It's actually the portal that brings Nancy and Edward, as you see in the scene, to life. Also you get to see a slide, you get to see another house. This is also the same thing as Rapunzel's tower from Tangled, which I thought was totally cool. So yeah. Okay, stop. So we finally get to see Idina Menzel. Sorry for the blur. You finally get to see Idina Menzel, looking very princess like, and you also have James Marsden. who's returning as Edward, so that's cool.
Fancy Edward!
Okay, this is okay. Can we all just stop and see how slay Idina Menzel is in this movie? I mean, seriously, compared to the other one, she had no bangs at all. Whereas in this one, they were like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw in bangs in ya. A fringe, I meant to say. Also, you get to see the back of Morgan's head. I don't know what that is. This is the interior for the house that was built in Enniscorry, which I thought was totally cool. Yeah, it's Patrick Dempsey going, now, yeah, it's you again.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's what they call a fixer-upper.
Yes, once your peasants had dug out the moat and added a
Okay, stop. Sorry. Okay. Can we can we all admit that James Marsden is going to be the showstopper again, like in the first movie? Because in the first movie, he cracked me up. I mean, he was so idiotic, so stupid. There was a scene like where he jumped off a bridge and started singing "I've Been Dreaming," and then next thing he just like fell, like the bike just ran over him, which was hysterical. Also, this is a meme. This is like a meme where Patrick is like, "What the fuck, James?" And James is like, "Oh, I can see it now," and it looks funny. So yeah.
balcony from which you can see. I see it now. Okay.
Okay, stop. Oh, sorry. Okay. Damn. Okay. So this is this again. Sorry if I can see. Okay. So as you can see there, you can see Maya Rudolph.
I did.
Okay, stop. So this is Maya Rudolph. She, I'd say, is playing the villain in this movie. Now I have to admit, this is definitely what Agatha looked like in WandaVision, and I have a funny feeling this is a theory I'm saying. I have a funny feeling this is going to be an nod to WandaVision, spoofing as well Frozen 2. But yeah, like the first time you see her, she has this outfit on her, and she looks like an ordinary mom. You know, she looks like like the perfect wife, like a Stepford wife. But in actual fact, she's not really. She's actually like a evil queen in disguise, like Agatha Harkness. Spoiler alert in WandaVision. You also get to see Jamie Mays, who has a blonde wig on her. She was in Glee. I know what she's doing in this movie. I haven't got a clue. I thought she was Patrick Dempsey's girlfriend. She's not. So let's continue.
Slightly more upscale.
In Andalasia, the hardest part of life is finding your happily ever.
Okay, stop. Okay, this is what Dina Menzel looks like. Okay, I'm sorry, but girl, she looks so old in this movie. I mean, the fringe is like literally covering her eyes, and she looks absolutely desperate in this movie. I am sorry, because yeah, she's 36 in the first one, but here she looks so old, and you can see that she's aging really bad. I'm sorry for all you Dina Menzel lovers, but it's the truth, so moving on.
After. This world's very different.
Okay. Okay, this is probably the scene where Morgan says to Giselle, "Oh, you're not really my mother, you're just a stepmother, and you'll always be a stepmother." Because there's actually a synopsis where Morgan was pissed off at Giselle because she ruined something that Morgan did, which I believe is this part here. And of course, this I suppose that's why Giselle's kind of upset because Morgan's like, "Oh, you're not gonna be, you're nothing, you're just a stepmother, you're not really my real mother, and I hate you." And she's like, "Oh my goodness." So, yeah.
If this world is not to your liking, then you must change it.
Okay, so this is the lighting, bad lighting. This is probably the scene where Giselle is outside of the house and she's feeling terrible and upset, and she decides to upon, wish upon, that she wants the perfect fairy tale life, but of course, as what the director Adam Shankman says, Giselle's life is all topsy turvy, and the moral of this movie is you have to be careful what you wish for. So yeah. Okay. This looks really cool.
Jumping, jelly.
Okay, stop. Right, so we finally get to see Pip. I mean, come on, it's not Enchanted without Pip. This time Pip's design is kind of different, but then again, the original movie came out years ago, so that's why Pip looks a little bit different this time. Due to the CGI. So whoever was over the CGI this time kind of done it differently. But yeah, I'm glad that he's back, and I'm glad he's actually talking this time and not actually going me, okay? So, why not?
Wait, how am I talking?
Okay, this is Patrick Dempsey. I think in this scene, theoretically, I think this is a scene where he sees his wife kind of going to the dark side. He's probably saying to her, Giselle, this isn't you. You have to let go of this curse, the spell that you're under. You have to let go. She's like, never! Yeah.
I wished for a fairy.
Okay, stop. So this is Giselle in her bad form. I saw this costume in the set in the photo stills that she had with like her carrying the baby and she had like a thing over her head. Yeah. Come on. Amy Adams is you could throw a black bag at Amy Adams and she still looks stunning and everything. So yeah.
It's her life and it's all gone terribly wrong. Or terrible.
Okay, stop. So this is Morgan now. She I think is taken over from Giselle, so I think it's kind of like a Freaky Friday vibe. So instead of her being the cynical, moody teenager, she's now like Giselle, the whimsical princess wannabe. And Giselle is now evil because she wished that she wanted the perfect fairy tale, but of course, stepmothers don't have the perfect fairy tales. They end up being bitches, and you get the gist. So yeah, looks cool though.
Terribly right.
Okay, this is definitely a nod to Into the Unknown. I think if you can pause it there, I think you can see Elsa from Frozen. It looks like Elsa from Frozen. You also have, I know what these lights are. This is probably a singing number for Idina Menzel. It has to be, so yeah. Okay, this part here, I know what this part is supposed to be. I also see, what else do I see? This thing here, I think this is this not the thing from Aladdin? I'm not too sure. You also get the carriage from Cinderella. So this here is now the portal to Andalusia instead of the manhole in the first film. If you saw the first film they came out of a manhole, but this time they come out of this thing here, which looks like I said earlier on, it looked like Rapunzel, the top part of Rapunzel's tower. Yeah, but this is definitely a nod to Into the Unknown from Frozen, so yeah. Okay. Okay, if I can actually see this. So this is basically the clock. So someone actually pointed out there's a lot of chimes and a lot of time in this scene. So here is bing, bing, bing. So I think that if this clock gets destroyed, everything will go back to the way it was, which you actually see it getting destroyed later on in the trailer. So yeah. Okay. This is a new thing. I think this is Alan Tudyk. It sounds like Alan Tudyk because he has the same voice as he has in Wreck-It Ralph. His name isn't on Internet Movie Database yet, well, IMDb, but I think it is. I know what this is supposed to be. I think it's a book or something that helps Giselle. I'm not too sure, but yeah. Okay, this part here is a nod to Cinderella. And this is Giselle here. I mean, look how devious she is. I mean, by God, she's like the Lady Tremaine in Cinderella, which I think she's gonna pay homage to, no more than Wanda from WandaVision. I know I said this before. I'll say it again. It's literally WandaVision with a fairy tale gist to it. So yeah. Okay. This part here. Okay, stop. I thought this was Amy and Patrick, but it's not. I think this is what's her face, Gabriella Baldacchino, and this is the guy, Colton Stewart, who, if you can see here, if you pay attention, he kind of looks like Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. This is probably the climax scene where Giselle is getting more evil every time. So yeah.
Oh, Giselle, what?
Okay, here's Maya Rudolph in her actual get out. She is definitely paying homage to Agatha Harkness meets the evil queen from Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. I also have a theory. Now, this is my theory. I also have a theory that she could be related to Susan Sarandon's character Nerissa for the first Enchanted film because she's got the same black hair as her. She's very sinister like her. She's very sarcastic like her. I think she's Susan Sarandon's daughter in this movie. So who knows? Let's wait and see.
Have you done?
Okay. This part here is where Morgan falls into the well. I think theoretically she's gonna fall into the into the well, which she does, by the way. Yeah, there. And I think that she's going to turn into a cartoon version of herself, like Giselle from the original movie. So, yeah. Okay. Right, this part here. Okay, this is probably the scene where Morgan is being smothered, like smothered to death by Giselle. And I suppose like Prince Edward might come along, or her father might come along and kind of cut the vines up. This, yeah, it looks class though. Okay, stop. So this we get to see a little bit of the animation. Is it just me, or does Edward this time look like Flynn Rider from Tangled? He kind of does. So I think this is the part where like Andalasia and the real world is kind of like combining together. So yeah. This is Susan Sarandon. Jesus. This is Amy Adams now looking very sinister. I think this is definitely the near the end of the movie where like Morgan's at a ball because it looks like she's in a ball, especially she's like running down the staircase like Cinderella with the guy. I think it's Colton Stewart. It looks like Colton Stewart. I don't know who he is, but I could be wrong. And this is probably the part in the end where Giselle's, like I said, is getting like she's getting worse and worse and worse. There'll probably be something like that'd be said to her saying, "Look, Giselle, this isn't you. You are not the Giselle that we know. You have to let it go." And she'd be like, "Never. I'm not never letting this go." And she's like, they were like, "You have to let it go. We love you, Giselle. Go back to being who you are. This whimsical, magical, wide-eyed chick you are." But yeah, seeing an evil Giselle looks kind of interesting. So yeah.
That's wicked. Wicked good.
Okay, this part here. I mean, look how sinister Amy Adams is. I mean, seriously. It's like as if they turn her into Peter Parker from Spider-Man 3, like with Tobey Maguire being the bad guy and he's acting like idiotic. But yeah, she looks. I'd say Amy Adams is having the time of her life in this movie because the first one made her famous because no one knew who Amy Adams was. But yeah, she looks very sinister in this movie. So, and that's it. Disenchanted. Sorry about that. About the stopping and the going. Yeah, that's the trailer for Disenchanted, which is coming out the 24th of November, which is also Tangled's anniversary and Mrs. Doubtfire's anniversary, which is totally cool. Yeah, like I said, this is definitely going to be WandaVision. Well, a hint of Cinderella, a hint of Snow White, but I'm definitely getting WandaVision vibes, meet Cinderella. So, what I'm saying to you all is, if you love WandaVision and you love Cinderella, you probably love this movie along with the original Enchanted film, which came out 15 years ago. But yeah, as for me, I am the more I look at watch this trailer, I am hooked for it. Like I'm super excited for it because, like I said before, previously, I loved the first movie. I love it so much. I mean, I grew up watching it. Every time it was on TV, I'd watch it over and over and over again. I'm planning to see it again this week, again on Blu-ray or Disney Plus or DVD. I see anyway. But yeah, let me know in the thoughts down below. What do you think the Disenchanted film is going to be about? Is it going to be as good as the original one? Is it going to be worse? Who knows? Time will tell. And stay tuned for more Enchanted stuff from me, like always. So yeah, until next time, take care and thanks for watching.